Hey guys, this is Babuk from BG Cricket. I'm just going to make a quick video on how to knock in a cricket bat. I've already oiled this bat and I just want to knock it in now. I want to begin the knocking in process. This is for one of my customers from Facebook. So what I want you guys to see is two important things. First, after oiling in and leaving it for 24 hours, I see that the willow is completely fine. Okay, it does not need one more round of oiling because it's still a bit shiny. It's not completely dry, so that tells me that I don't need to do one more coat of oil on this particular bat. Now I want to begin knocking in. Of course I cannot finish knocking while the video is on, so what I want to do is I want you to follow 3 simple steps on how to knock in a cricket bat. I follow, everybody has their own technique, but from the mallet especially, because not everybody will have a machine at their homes. So I'm sure everybody has a mallet. You can get one of this. There are several different types of mallet. Definitely don't use the ball mallet. Ball mallet, all you want to use it for is to see if the bat is getting seam marks. If the bat is getting seam marks, that means the bat is still not knocked in completely. Okay, that's the only use of ball mallet. But traditionally you want to use a wood mallet, and that's the best way you can knock in a cricket bat. So let's quickly go into the knocking. What I like to do, and I want to come closer to the camera because I want to show it to you closely. Take the mallet, hold the bat at 45-degree angle, okay, and then just start doing the edges first like this, okay. So when you do that, what happens is your sharp edges are basically getting rounded, okay. So I'm going to go far, and I'm going to hold it at 45-degree angle, okay, and just start knocking in the edges, okay. So be very slow in the beginning. Once you've knocked in for about 5 to 7 minutes, 10 minutes, start putting an extra bit of pressure. When you're starting to knock a brand new cricket bat, you want to make sure you don't knock it too hard, otherwise you will end up breaking the edges, okay. If you do that, just keep rounding it off. I usually sand it if I do that, and put a bit of glue. There is a super glue, not regular glue, not wood glue. I put super glue which goes inside the willow. But try not to do that. It's a brand new cricket bat. You want to make sure that okay, it looks brand new. Okay. So once you have done the edges just like that, okay, and what you can do is you can rotate the bat smaller, like slowly in your hand. That will basically give you the angle you need and the knocking you need. Okay. You don't want to knock the edges ever like that. Okay. This is bad. Okay. I have seen people knocking in edges and putting the ball on the edges. This is not going to do you any good. What it will do is it will damage the fibers from the side, and your bat's longevity is going to go away. Okay, so always just knock the edges and the face of the edge. Okay, the playing area, and always you just want to knock the edge on the face of the area. Okay, of the playing area. The reason you want to do that is the simple physics concept. Let's say a ball is coming in. If the edge is sharper and the ball hits the edge, it will end up damaging, okay. Whereas a rounded edge, the ball will just slide through and it won't damage, okay. So that's most important thing. There are 3 weak areas. I particularly feel that there are 3 weak areas in a particular bat. Every bat: edges, the toe of the bat, which is going to be fairly weak, and then of course the handle, okay. So handles, usually every manufacturer has their own process of making handles, but edges and toe, none of the manufacturers can avoid damage on those. A customer has to be responsible on their own, that okay, they can avoid damages, and knocking is very important for them, okay. So once you're done knocking the edges, give it about 15-20 minutes to each edge, and then I think it should be ready. Once that's done, you will see that your edge is much stronger, and of course once you put on the scuff sheet, it's going to be fine, okay. Once the edges are done, I usually there is no fixed concept of knocking in the face. What you want to do is you want to knock in below the stickers. That's one weak area. Of course, people focus a lot on middle. You should knock middle, but middle is already strong enough, okay. So middle will, and of course the goal is that okay, once you are playing in a cricket match or once you are playing in a match, you will try to hit as many balls as possible from the middle of the bat, okay. So middle, don't focus a lot. Of course, if you have time and you can, it's always great to knock in middle too. Give it about 1,000-2,000 knocks in the middle. That's good enough. Focus on the weak area. That's again and again I'm saying this and I'm stressing on it. Focus on the weak areas of a bat, okay. So what I do is, after the edges are done, I start focusing on toe and I start hitting it at a certain pressure, and you will start seeing the dents on the bat, okay. So once you start seeing that, that means you are doing something. and you're putting pressure, and that's exactly what a pressing machine does. It puts pressure on the piece of willow and it compresses the willow. Okay, same thing, a mallet is going to put pressure on the willow and it's going to compress, so the dents are normal. Try to have even dents or even surface. If you have not done that in the past, you will see that there are dents all over your face. Try to even it out, and that's the right way of doing it, because your willow or the face of the bat should always be even. Okay, so once you do that, always go in circles. Remember, I like to go in circles, grain by grain. I work on grain by grain. Approx knocks. Everybody has their own concept of how much knocking a bat requires. What I say is every bat is different. Okay, if you see seam marks after knocking, that means your bat needs more knocking. Okay, that's the right way of checking. So I can quickly show you this particular bat, how basically you will see the seam marks. So that's a ball, fairly old ball. Okay, and I will just hit the face of the bat like this with a seam. Okay, and you will see that the bat is getting seam marks all over. Okay, I don't know if it's visible on the video, but there is seam mark right here. Okay, so because it's a brand new bat, I know that it's not knocked. Of course, a lot of I don't want to name any brands, but a lot of bats are out there, or a lot of brands are out there who will advertise that, okay, it's a pre-knocked bat. Experiment this and you will know that it's not ready. Okay, no bat is ever pre-knocked. Yeah, they might have done 400-500 knocks, but that's not good enough. Okay, so every bat is different. Again, going back to what I was saying, every bat is different. Every bat requires at least 5 to 8,000 knocks, if not more. Okay, and when I say 5 to 8,000, a toe requires a minimum of 3,000 knocks. Edges require a minimum of 1,500 to 2,000 knocks each edge. So that's 1,500, 3,000 plus 3,000, 6,000. 6,000 knocks are done between edges and toe. Then you can focus on other areas of a bat. So that's 6 plus around 4 more. So around 10,000 knocks on an average a bat should need. You can always get it knocked on a machine, but remember, machine will not knock your edges. So if you are working with a vendor who is doing the knocking on a machine, ensure if you're paying for the knocking that they do your edges. Okay. Another way to round off the edges, I don't suggest that. I prefer knocking. Okay. After knocking, that's the second thing which I personally do myself. I have a sander, so sanding machine. You can take a manual hand sander and you can do it by that too. I round off the edges. Basically, it's going to become completely round, because with a mallet I might have like little bit dents in the edge. So what I do is I take a sander, and very thin one, so that it does not take too much wood away from this edge. I just take a sander and I roll it off on the edges. Okay, and then I just basically buff it up. Okay, that way what will happen is the edges will be completely round, and your bat most likely will not damage from the edge. There might be cases it might happen after the knocking too, but the chances of that is basically going to become from 99.9% to 9.99%. Okay, so that's the difference, and that should be it. So that's how you knock a cricket bat. If you have any questions, always you can just write in your comments, or you can email me, WhatsApp me, go on our site and fill out the contact form, and I'll be glad to answer your questions. Okay, cheers guys, this is Babu again from BG Cricket.